escape. After I escaped, I could figure my life out. Soon, the world around me returned to normal, with Malix mocking me. I closed my eyes and began to mutter a spell with my memory. Spiritus Lumen da Fortitude.
What the? Latin? What are you?
Decido. All of a sudden, a wave of light burst from my body, washing over the room and pushing the devils away from me to the ground. As the light quickly faded, I shook my head, feeling a small weakness in my legs. Malix quickly popped up and growled at me, obviously surprised, but irritated beyond belief.
Where did you learn that? I will rip that tongue right out your mouth.
Spiritus blah 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 blah.
Come here!
Malix charged at me, dropping the gun that would never hurt me to the floor and reaching for my face. However, I quickly crouched down and covered my head with my arms while a dark magic circle appeared under my feet. Above me, a dark shield appeared, blocking Malix from touching me.
How? Just a human!
A human who knows how to fight back. I pushed against the shield, forcing Malix back before standing. I wasn't some damsel in distress. I could fight for myself. I shook out the sudden appearance of numbness in my hands as I glared at Malix, challenging him once again to come at me.
Malix!
No! Stay out of it! I'll kill this kid with my own two hands, one way or another!
As commanded, Iris stood away from us along with the other devils. The group watching us was lost in intrigue as I stood up against their leader. I don't even know her name.
Oh, you must think you're some tough shit since you know some demon magic, huh? Well, guess what, princess? Demon magic consumes energy. I could play this all day, and when you finally lose all your energy, your ass is grass.
I glared, knowing that what he said was true. I couldn't hold out forever, but I definitely had the energy to last a while until someone found me, or until I could overpower Malix somehow. Malix charged at me once again, causing me to run backwards to keep some sort of distance. I could feel energy wanting to shoot out of my hands, so I pointed my palms at Malix. Light purple spikes suddenly began shooting from my hands, forcing Malix to skid back. I had terrible aim, only able to scratch the edges of his body with one or two actually stabbing into his shoulder and leg. Malix growled, pulling them out as he threw them to the ground.
Quit playing around, Malix!
I lowered my hands, feeling the numbness run through my veins to consume both my arms. I began to pant, desperate for some relief before continuing. Malix smirked at the sight. Oh, for the love of God, please someone find me. I prayed. I hoped that I wouldn't have to keep fighting. I was becoming desperate. What made everyone in the warehouse drop our fighting faces was the screeching of the police sirens coming closer to our location. Malix smirked even wider.
It's time to have fun, boys! Make sure you kill them all!
The devils all seemed to get excited and started to walk. The devils all seemed to get excited and started to walk past us to meet with the cops, but a loud finger snap stopped them and made them turn around. Malix and I looked to see Eris with her hand in the air, post-snap.
Eris? What are you doing?
Enough, Malix! We've wasted enough time in this stupid town. I'm getting out of here, and I'm taking the rest with me.
I didn't know whether to laugh or not. I bit my tongue as Malix got angry again.
Like hell you are! Boys, do as I say, or else!
None of the boys moved. Eris snapped her fingers again, causing the boys to rush past her out another way of the warehouse.
Malix, it's over. You can't even beat a human girl. You're losing your powers. Lower devils only follow higher-ups that actually have power.
Shut your mouth!
Malix summoned his gun and shot multiple times at Eris, who somehow managed to teleport away from the shooting line and reappear by us.
All this for a bunch of pretty boys. You must be stupid and desperate.
Eris looked at me, making me tense up.
Human! I suggest heading home to your pretty boys. You don't want to get involved in a supernatural investigation. It's a pain in the ass.
She then turned back to Malix, glaring daggers into him as he glared back at her.
You really think women are weak? Let me fix that, sweetie.
And with that, Eris vanished into the shadows, taking Malix with her. As I was left alone, the police siren stopped. I looked over to the open passage to see the incubi with a large police siren megaphone staring at me in surprise.
Where is he? I swear I'm gonna...
He's gone. Eris took him and left. Though they won't be coming back. It was all so surreal. I was helped by the devil, but I quickly shook off the feeling. I was alive, and that was all that mattered. I fought to stay alive there, and there I was. The boys tried to question me, but James cleared his throat, catching the attention of his brothers and me.
Let's just get you home, miss. There's nothing more to see here.
All together, we began to walk out of the warehouse back home. There was no way in hell anyone was going to find out about this. It was over. Malix was gone and the boys were finally safe. A wave of relief ran through my body and the thought of never having to deal with that group again. At the same time, a ping of realization hit the back of my head. The boys were only going to stay until Malix was defeated. That was our deal. As we approached home, I could feel something heavy weigh on my heart. It was late, but the boys led me inside and turned out the lights in the lobby.
Finally, we can relax.
It will be good to have some rest without devils breathing down our necks.
I'm just tired. Can I hit the hay early?
I think some sleep would be good for all of us.
I looked at Damien, knowing he could read my mind, and frowned. I didn't want him to know the thoughts on the situation. Yeah, bed sounds good. I wanted to just end tonight. Too much had happened and I felt dizzy, just trying to figure it out. However, Damien spoke up, stopping all of us from moving.
Should we be gone in the morning?
The air became still with tension. The realization of the situation hit the boys like a wave, forcing them to turn to me in curiosity. They had remembered their deal, and were now awaiting me to decide their fate. However, I knew my answer. I couldn't keep them here. I knew I couldn't. They were demons, and I was a human. I needed to deal with my own life beyond anything else. If the boys stayed with me, my life would only become more complicated. I think that would be best. James nodded in agreement, keeping a professional tone in his voice as he replied to me.
Then we will be gone before you wake, miss. Thank
But I
you
want
for
them to
letting us
stay.
stay here as long as we did.
This is actually making me sad. I could feel the upset emotions in the incubi reverberate in the room, but I couldn't change my mind. I had too much going in my life to let them stay, no matter how much I wanted them to.
It was a pleasure to have served you, beautiful lady.
As it was hard to watch. It was hard to watch as each boy turned away from me for the last time. I stood there, waiting for them all to leave the lobby.
I guess this is goodbye. Yeah. Have a good one.
I stuck to my guns. I knew I was making the right choice.
Thank you for having us, miss. Maybe we'll see each other again.
Maybe. Maybe not.
Goodbye.
As Damien left my sight, I finally let the air that I was denying into my body inside. My life would return to normal. Well, as normal as it could be. However, I was smarter, wiser than before. I knew of things beyond humanity now. I had come to learn about the boys and about the existence of the supernatural. I wasn't blind to what was beyond the human life. Learning of this made me more open-minded. I nodded to myself before heading to my room, closing the door behind me, and mentally allowing the reality of the situation to sink in. Tomorrow, I had school. No devils to kidnap me. No incubi to wake up with. I went to bed that night, accepting and not regretting anything. Or so I had hoped.
You are an interesting creature.
Who the fuck is this? I open my eyes to see a woman staring. Is she a succubi? Maybe? When I see a woman staring, a very sly smirk on her face. I open my mouth to scream in fright, but I had quickly covered my mouth.
No screaming now. Too early, silly girl.
I could only stare up at the woman above me. I still felt weak, not having the strength to move, to fight her off. She was very beautiful, but I felt more anger than amazement.
Why do the boys like you? You're unique, yes, but that can't be all that you have going for you.
Rage began to consume my core again. This woman, whoever she was making me mad. She must have known it as she let another smirk grow onto her face.
Ooh, you're feisty. That could be why.
Before I could bite her hand in anger, she removed it from my lips, standing up and staring down at me from her place next to my bed. I quickly sat up and glared daggers into the intruder. Who the hell are you, and why are you in my room? The woman began to laugh, making the rage inside me increase. I wanted to punch her, but I waited for her answer.
How silly of me. I forgot that we demons are not well known of in your world. You can call me Diana, little human.
Diana, demon? You're a demon?
I am, but I'm much more than just an average demon.
What do you mean?
Silly
Yes,
girl.
she's a succubus, I knew that.
I'm a succubus.
I stared at Diana in shock. A succubus. First incubi, now a succubi? Great. I have now met both genders of sex demons. Diana crossed her arms under her bosom and looked at
Well,
bosom? I don't know.
you are pretty.